America's most wanted criminal, a man who ruled Boston's underworld with fear and violence, vanishes into thin air and stays hidden for 16 years. This is the story of Whitey Bulger, a gangster, an informant, and a man who played both sides of the law until it all came crashing down. Whitey Bulger's real name was James Joseph Bulger Jr., born in 1929 in South Boston. From a young age, he was drawn to street gangs, fights, and crime. While other kids dreamed of sports or jobs, Whitey dreamed of power. He had a reputation early on: fearless, ruthless, and always one step ahead. By the 1970s and 80s, Whitey had become the undisputed leader of the Winter Hill Gang. He controlled everything: drug trafficking, loan sharking, gambling, and extortion. In Boston, nothing moved without Whitey's approval. But here's the shocking twist. Whitey was also an FBI informant that he fed the FBI information about rival gangs. And in return, the FBI looked the other way when Whitey committed his own crimes. For years, he was untouchable, a gangster protected by the very people who were supposed to bring him down. Whitey ruled South Boston with terror. If someone refused to pay him, their business burned down. If someone testified against him, they ended up dead. People said, you could either be Whitey's friend or you wouldn't be alive for long. He was seen by some as a Robin Hood figure, helping locals with money. But in reality, he was cold, violent, and calculating. In 1994, Whitey received a tip from the FBI that he was about to be indicted. And just like that, he disappeared. For the next 16 years, he became one of the world's most wanted fugitives. Sightings were reported across Europe, Mexico, and even Asia. But nobody could catch him. Finally, in 2011, the FBI tracked him down in a quiet apartment in Santa Monica, California. Living under a fake name with his longtime girlfriend, Whitey was arrested at the age of 81. In court, Bulger faced charges for murder, drug trafficking, and racketeering. Witnesses described brutal killings, corruption, and decades of fear. In 2013, he was sentenced to 2 life terms plus 5 years. But Whitey didn't die in prison peacefully. In 2018, at age 89, he was brutally murdered by fellow inmates in one of the country's most violent prisons. His reign ended the same way he had lived, in violence. And that was the rise and fall of Whitey Bulger, a man who tricked the FBI, terrified Boston, and became one of America's most infamous gangsters. A criminal mastermind, a fugitive, and a reminder that no matter how long you run, the past always catches up.